Hi, welcome to ADR Technical Training. I'm Matthew. In this video, we're looking at the HID Signo readers. We're going to look at how you decipher the code, what they mean, so you can pick the right reader for your application. So, here we have our single most popular Signo reader. It's the 40 NKS 00 and then 000000. Really, the point of this video is to explain what these zeros here mean, because there's the 00, 01, 02, 03, T1, T2, and T3. It's just an explanation of what those codes mean and which reader you can pick for your application. So to decipher them, we need to go to the HID website, HID Global, and then we search for the How to Order Guide. How to Order Guide, there we go. Click on that. We're going to look at cards and credentials, and we're going to click on readers, credentials, and how to order guide, and download that. Now I've previously downloaded this one, so I'll open that one up in Adobe in a second, but just download it and save it to your machine. Okay, let's nip over to the PDF. There we are, and if we scroll down, HID Signo readers, and we're going to click on that. And that takes us to the reader page. You can see really there's only a choice of 4 physical readers. They all do the same job in its basic form. The only main difference is there's the ones that end in K, which indicate they've got a keypad. So there's the 20 or the 20K, that's the narrow keypad, the narrow reader, which you'd put on a door frame perhaps. It's the mullion size. Or the 40, which is a full-size reader, a little bit narrower than a single gang back box. I think it's 75mm, 79mm compared to 83mm, so it's a little bit narrower than single gang, but it's their full size. So you can see when we're looking at the code before 20 NKS. If we just flip back to our website, 40 NKS. So first of all, let's have a look. What does the NKS mean? What does that apply to? So if we just scroll down a little bit. There we go. So we can see, first of all, what size and what style of reader do we want? Do we want it to be the mullion or the full size with a keypad, or standard with a keypad, standard size? So that would be the first part. We were looking at the 40, so it's a 40, first of all. Then N, which indicates the wiring on the back. Is it going to be a terminal strip, maybe using it inside, or pigtail, external? And why am I saying external? Because the pigtail one is fully potted. There's no terminals on the back to risk water ingress. Whereas with the terminal block there is, you have to do extra sealing on that. So N would indicate it's got a pigtail cable on the back. Then for the KS, you've got no choice in the matter. The reader's finished in black only, so K. And the trim, the bezel around the reader, which you can just about make out, is silver, S for silver. So it's a 20 NKS. Then further after that is the 00 or 01, 02 or 03. So let's have a look at that. Let's go back up. 00 is a standard profile. It's what we used to call maximum compatibility. It reads practically everything. So it will read COS, COS with mobile, COS, iClass, iClass SR. It reads all the high frequency as well as the low frequency proximity, whether it's classic HID format, or it could be the Indala, the old Indala readers have been replaced by the Signo, as well as the iClass R10 and R40. So it's a maximum compatibility reader. It reads more or less anything, except for the formats you can see here. The COS profile reader, so it'll be a 40 NKS 01, that only reads COS profiles. The 02 will only read high frequency profiles, as opposed to, it won't read proximity basically. And the 03 is a custom profile. Now that's one way you speak to HID, and tell them what you want the reader to read, basically. So you might have an application where you only want it to read COS and proximity, which you can speak to them about, or maybe you're reading a certain sector of MyFair or a certain part of the serial number. So again, you would need a custom profile by HID created. And further to that, recently, because there was a bit of a shortage, they came out with the T series, so T0, T1, T2 series. Now these are priority profile readers, so basically it's the same as the readers here, 00001, but it just doesn't read procs. So you can see here the procs fields are all switched off on the T profile readers. You'll be seeing less and less of them. So far we have on the code for the reader, we have the 40 NKS or 20 NKS and then 00. And then we've got these 6 zeros here. So what do they mean? If we go to the next page on the how to order guide, you can see here the 00s. Basically, it means it's a default configuration. So it will read what it does on the box, really. So it reads proximity, MyFair, Bluetooth is enabled, it's OSDP output, and it's Wiegand output. You can do flexible configurations, and if you want certain outputs only, for instance, if you want the Indala output, maybe using a really old legacy system, you only want an Indala output as opposed to a fixed Wiegand format, then you can use these prefix codes here to create the code. But if you don't know which format you need, because they're all here, if you don't know which format you need, maybe speak to HID Tech or ADI Tech, and we can go through that and advise which reader or the code you need to generate the reader. But really, the 00000 should get you going on most applications. And there we go. That's the quick way on using the HID how to order guide for selecting a HID Signo reader for your access control system.